And now, a word from our sponsors. Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Their creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. Do it to it.
Welcome everyone to the Taters and Revs Wrestling Podcast. Rock.
You're listening to the Taters and Ribs Show.
Well, hello out there in podcast land. How are you doing? Welcome to the very special bonus edition of the Taters and Ribs Wrestling Podcast. It's me, it's the CJC3 coming at you solo, because with me these guys can't be Mike the Botch and Adrian the Tater. They just can't be with us tonight, and neither could our scheduled guest. There's actually some things going on and we had to reschedule. But I was promised the interview is going to take place and we will get that to you just as soon as we can. And it should be within the next few days. This is going to be our bonus episode. I hope you enjoy. So what I'm going to do now, just because we had planned for the interview and we want to give you fans something extra, I'm going to go down and do something like we used to do. I'm going to go through some of these headlines and rumors and stuff like that, and some matches of the week. And really, I'm not going to talk about like any particular matches, but maybe a storyline, because this one's really intriguing. I'm not a fan of how they ended it on SmackDown this week, but the storyline itself, it's pretty good. One of the better storylines I think you've seen, or I've seen in WWE in quite some time. Who shot Roman? That's what it's being called. Of course, nobody shot nobody. It's wrestling, but who's attacking Roman Reigns? Now, you know, this storyline is going to drag on, which I'm digging, because it's leaving us cliffhangers at the end of each show. And man, me and Tater talked about that, some episodes back, and I swear to you, it's like as soon as that episode dropped, the WWE went out and started doing it. Well, it is what it is. I mean, it may not have been us, but hey, that's how it happened. Timeline-wise, anyway. So, people all over social media, they've been talking about the guy they unveiled at the end of SmackDown is Luke Harper. It's not Luke Harper. Now, if Luke Harper happens to be the guy behind all this, that would be pretty badass. That'd be something I'd want to see. He's definitely a very, very talented wrestler, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's like Bruiser Brody with modern day skills. I mean, it's amazing. I'm surprised they don't have nothing for him in creative right now. Anyways, that guy they revealed, it was like Eric Rowan, who got his first name back, by the way. It's like Eric Rowan's father. I mean, an older, thicker version of Eric Rowan. It was weird, man. And from what I'm seeing, it's like Daniel Bryan and Rowan hired some look-alike just to throw Roman off. What the fuck? Excuse my language, but the episode went off the air. And what I really didn't get about that is why the hell wouldn't Roman Reigns to beat his ass? I don't get it. But I am intrigued to see where this is going. You know, it's got my attention, got me wanting to watch SmackDown again. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it just leads up to a match with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns and what old JR would call a slobber knocker. That might be a match we don't know we need. That's my take on that. And leading up to this fall, I mean, they could be building this up for for all we know, the 20th anniversary of SmackDown on their debut episode on Fox, which I know a whole lot of people is looking forward to that. And oh man, NXT is moving to USA on Wednesday nights. 2-hour live episode. I know it's been broken all over the internet. Everyone knows about it. But damn, I mean, if they keep NXT the way it is, maybe call back down some NXT alumni that's not really doing anything on the main roster. You know, just to fill time, and guys like Bobby Roode. Oh, man, there's so many of them. And I've heard people say that maybe let's merge 205 with it, but I don't know, man. I think if they're going to do away with 205 Live like I've heard, why not just divide the roster up? They're doing a pretty damn good job of it now. Cedric Alexander, Drew McIntyre. Yeah, point made. We got NXT versus AEW Wednesday Night Wars. Oh man, like my childhood all over again. I'm telling you. Not a whole lot of people might believe me right now, but this is gonna take wrestling to a whole new level. And it's such a great time to be a fan. I can't get over it. Excuse me. Trying to drink down a Dr. Pepper and it ain't agreeing with me. Hey, we got AEW's All Out. And 1 week from tonight, or 1 week from this recording. Bad news. Jon Moxley got a bad case of MRSA in his elbow. He's going to require surgery. He's had to pull out of All Out. No pun intended. And for what I hear, I think he's pulled out of StarCast. StarCast has issued a statement saying anybody that bought tickets to see Moxley specifically will have their money refunded. And what I can say here is, we here at the Taters and Rebs Wrestling Podcast, we wish Moxley nothing but the best, a speedy recovery, and hope all ends up well with him. Godspeed, my brother. Let's see now. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are officially engaged. Excuse me on that mess up. Well, good. That's awesome, man. You know, turn my damn ringtone and vibrations off. Maybe that's my phone saying congratulations too. What I hear is they're going to be featured on a ride-along together. I know not a whole lot of people were keen on seeing them as a couple, storyline-wise on TV, and it's probably best for both their careers and storylines to keep them not really apart, but, you know, separate a little bit, well, in their own storylines, per se. But honestly, man, all power to them. So happy for them. Congratulations to you both if y'all are listening. Hey, nothing but love here. This is a good one here. Braun Strowman. This could be so damn awesome. I know there's not a whole lot of room in the arena for it. But damn, man, if they work something out, he pitched the idea to flip over an entire ring to win a battle royal. Oh, man, how badass would that be? Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm telling you, man, that'd be something like... They did something like that with an outdoor event, like a tribute to the troops event, you know, something like that. USS Intrepid, whatever, you know, where there's not a whole lot of room for lawsuits, not a whole lot of room for fans to be injured, you know, crew to be injured. If they could work out some magic with that, man, even like, I don't know. I could see them doing an empty arena match, but I haven't seen that in the WWE in a very, very long time. I could be wrong. I'm not saying they hadn't had one. But Lord, last one I remember even watching was like Sting versus Mick Foley, I believe, or Mick Foley and Kurt Angle. I can't remember. It was in TNA back in like 2010, 2011. So yeah. Speaking of TNA, the most dangerous man in the world seems to be making his return to the ring, and he's been calling out Moose on Twitter. I know Ken Shamrock's in some pretty damn good shape these days, but I haven't seen him go or anything in a very long time. I'm kind of intrigued to see how this will turn out. I know Shamrock, he stays in shape, man. He truly is one of the baddest men on the planet. Most dangerous men, man. Them Lions Den matches with Steve Blackman and, say, Owen Hart back in the day. You get in that zone, man, being a kid, it would just pump you up. Man. The Attitude Era was awesome for its own reasons. To us that lived through it. King of the Ring, man. I'm rooting for Joe. I'm not going to say why. Well, yeah, I'll say why. For one, he deserves it. He's worked his entire career for that kind of honor. For two, he's a heel. And that's something that generally the heels win. But man, King Joe, with the crown, the cape, the scepter. A heel King Joe is what the wrestling world doesn't know they need. It would bring me back to days like King Haku or King Handsome Harley Race, Macho King Randy Savage. Oh man, give him a mouth. You don't need a mouthpiece. He's awesome on promos. But just give him that one badass heel manager he could play off of. Not even speak for him, but he could just play off of. Bobby Heenan style. And you got gold right there, man. Hey, tell me I'm wrong. If I know everybody's got their opinions. They want to see people like Drew or, you know, whoever win it. But come on, man. King Joe. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. And that's my take on that. Did you see Monday Night Raw last week? Oh, yeah. And it's been better. It's been a lot better these days. This one in particular, I heard that Vince McMahon wasn't around for, that it was Triple H, Paul Heyman, and Kevin Dunn in the gorilla position running things. Well, I'll tell you, man, that segment with Jerry the King Lawler and The Fiend, let him in. I never saw it coming because I know Jerry's health condition. Well, I know what he's been through in the WWE ring, so I'm sure he was protected. But yeah, man, it just caught me off guard, and like as a fan watching, I'm like, oh man, no. And the rumors I'm hearing is come 2020, The Fiend will somehow get the Universal title. And get this, actually defend the title. The Fiend defending the title one-on-one against The Undertaker player. Had to get in my little Teddy Long reference, but I digress. Yeah, man. That'd be the one way I could see the Undertaker actually going out, retiring if he was ready to do that. And no rush, man. If Taker, Mark Calloway, if you're listening to this, don't listen to all the damn, what would you call it, trolls on the damn internet saying all this crap about you, man. You're the Undertaker. There'll never be another. You do what you want, and that's all there is to it. When you're ready to hang them up, you'll know in your heart of hearts. Don't listen to these batshit crazy fans or trolls on the internet. Undertaker's one of the greatest. Undertaker, you do what you feel in your heart you gotta do, and don't do nothing until you're ready. You do you, man. Legend, one of the greatest of all time, bar none. Hey, I said what I said. Now, if anybody deserves that honor, it would be The Fiend. I say it over and over again. Bray Wyatt, or Wyndham Rotunda, the man behind the mask. This man has worked years and years and years. And from what I hear, he's all behind this character. He's got probably, 90% input on it. And it's freaking awesome. He's probably got more creative talent in his pinky than most of WWE creative, to put it lightly. And that's not a knock on the people behind creative. It's a knock on their process. Well, let's not go down that road, roller coaster road. Anyways, man, I'll tell you. We're doing this little bonus episode. I'm having a little good time doing it. Hey, you can't say you blame me, right? Anyways, I'm gonna let you know what's going on, man. And this is the God's honest truth, man. Our guest had to postpone for personal reasons. I don't need to get into details or even suggest that it's anything good or bad. But we agreed to postpone, and we're going to still do this interview with Mr. Udi. Should be tomorrow night And I'm not 100% on when we're going to have the episode up. You know, we're going to work on that one and make it amazing for you. And we've been looking forward to this, and we're very, very excited. But since he had to postpone, my co-host just, they decided they weren't motivated enough to do an episode anyway. I'm like, here I am. I'm going to do this episode. It is what it is. I'll do it without y'all. And I ain't bashing nobody. I'm telling the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, the CJC3, and I say the show must go on. Oh, so here we are. And I ain't mad at him. Either way, I'm just here to let you know I'm not going to let none of our fans down. I'm going to keep doing this show. I got tatersandribs.com up. I got Facebook page. We're up to about 1,000 followers and building. Twitter's doing all right. Instagram, we don't mess with a whole lot, but we're getting there. We're building our YouTube channel. We're going to put every episode... we're going to take every episode and get it uploaded to YouTube with pictures. And, you know, we're just doing what we can do. Or I'm doing what I can do to make this thing work, because I'm all invested in it. Hey, I love doing this. I love the fans. And it's a passion. So, I mean, whether anybody wants to join me that's a part of this show every week or not, I'm gonna be here. Should I say rain or shine? No. Mr. Sturdley, what do you think? Yeah. Well, Mr. Sturdley says let them do what they do and they'll be back. We'll be on the next episode. So if you're listening to this show also, Botch and Tater, where are you? Oh, crap, I just got word. Oh, it's coming in right now. Mr. Sturdley, what? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Tater and Botch both, they went out of town again, and they both got into this huge fight. They were dead sober, but they stopped at a bar. They had a flat tire, and they wanted to put wrestling on the TV, and you know, they didn't want to turn the jukebox off for them, and one thing led to another. Taters and Botch wound up getting in a fight, whooping some old drunk's rear end, and now Taters and Botch are both doing time in the Yolo County Jail. I hope they get out. I think they got a bond here in the morning, first thing. So we'll see. And damn, here I thought they were just ditching me. No, man, they're incarcerated. Well, I hope they get out with their heinies unscathed. Oh, Lord, man. They probably ran into nails. From what I hear, them boys in Yolo County Jail don't play. Craziness, man, I'm telling you.
Who's the boss now? Boss man. That was the first beating in a long
You're in my prison now.
Uh-oh.
But I have thrown away the key, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Taters and Botch.
No one,
Oh my God, he's coming for you.
no one can stop me. No!
Wow. Wow, man. Sturdley had to send me that. Oh. But I digress. And we'll move on. Oh, so in the world of wrestling, good things are going on. I've heard some people online. Let's jump to AEW for a minute. I saw some posts on the internet, on Facebook. I forget which group it was. I'm in a bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. And everyone's wondering what everyone sees in Shawn Spears. It's like, dude, man, AEW made him a star. WWE done nothing with him, man. I mean, yeah, sure, a bunch of people like chanted during his entrance and when he threw his hands up. But what did creative do with him? And everyone's saying, oh, well, that gimmick in the WWE was over. Yeah, it was over. It was over in a whole nother sense, like as in done, finished, completo. Hell, I think it's better as a heel. And you know what? This goes out to all the internet trolls. Listen. If you don't like the man's work, you just like his entrance, I don't know what to tell you. Because the man's a damn good performer. And me personally, I could have done without that Perfect 10 thing because it took away from everything else. And apparently the higher-ups in WWE didn't like it. I can't say I personally blame them, but that's my opinion. Everyone's entitled to that. Anyways, well, freaking Tully Blanchard, the younger fans, of course, they're not going to know who he is really unless they get on the network or do some YouTubing and know about the great Four Horsemen. Woo! But yeah, man, it's like a take on the Horseman Rhodes feud from all them years ago, and I love it. I'm looking forward to that match almost more than anything, just for the storyline. But I know Spears and Cody are going to put on a damn good match. You tell me I'm wrong. Bet. Is what it is. Alrighty, folks. We're going to change the format of the show. I was going to get into this, so what better time than now? Some of our guys, we're still going to joke around and have fun. But we're going to tone it down just a little bit. Because I'll admit, listening to some of our other stuff, some of the things that we would say are just out there, Attitude Era-esque. Which is all well and good. But here's what we're trying to do. We're going to have guests on more frequently. And the guest right now we have booked right after Sid is a wrestler named Damian Wayne. He's held multiple NWA titles. Wrestled some pretty damn big names. And from what I see in this guy, he's got nothing but potential. Dude's awesome. So we got that to look forward to. What we're looking to do is have on guests. We want to help Well, first and foremost, we're ready to interview any wrestler and let them promote anything they want and just help them get their word out there, whatever they got to get out to the public. 2, we want to help indie wrestlers, help get their name out there. We'll talk about some of their matches, some of their show dates, get people to come see them. And, just try to get them more exposure. It's not like they got a national TV deal right now, or they're on a national TV program. And I know in my heart of hearts, if you're in the game, that's something you strive for. Who wouldn't? So that's what we're headed to. Our format's changing into more of an interview show. Not every single week, but hopefully the majority of them. And, here and there we'll review some stuff, pay-per-views and whatnot. But we're going to do this week to week. Or, we'll plan maybe a couple weeks in advance for interviews. So that's what we're trying to do, and I think it's a pretty good thing we're doing. And any of our listeners out there, if you want to help support us, help sustain future episodes, just under any episode of ours you listen to, there'll be a link that says listener support or something to that effect. You click on that, and it'll give you the options of $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, or custom or whatever. I got to look at it again. But if you want to do that and help us out, it would help us with equipment, with guests, with bookings, all of the above, you name it. And also, we're looking for sponsors out there. So if you'd like to sponsor the show, shoot me an email at tatersandribs@gmail.com. That's TATERZNRIBZ@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Well, folks, I'm head on out of here. We'll leave you with a segment that we ain't done in a week from our good friend, Mr. Jamie Cornetto. Love you, mean it. Bye. Well, goddamn. Politics. Guns. Back in my day, people gave a shit if you said wrestlers were fucking performance artists. Ah! Aneurysm. Motherfucker. Look over there. It's a cloud. How dare it be a cloud? Back in my day, clouds weren't scheming, grimy, pieces of assholes. Ah, clouds, aneurysm, motherfucker. In politics, ah. What did he call me? Back in my day, people do a podcast, won't do a podcast, motherfucker. Parodies aren't cool, not in wrestling. Ah, goddamn.